Welcome to DIY RV and Home Camper's Life. My name's Greg. Camping season is upon us. We're getting really close to heading out the door to do some camping, hopefully within the next few weeks. So I'm trying to get stuff finalized on my projects. Here's a couple links to the stuff I've been doing. But I got to make sure I've got my tools that I normally take with me, along with my supplies. And I thought, while I'm doing this, might as well bring you along and show you what I carry. Now, this kit is always ever changing. If I find something I need that I don't have, I'm going to try to get that and put it in here. If I find stuff that I don't use anymore, it's gone. We want to make this as compact as possible, but yet have as much tools available and supplies to do our repairs. So why don't we just dive in, take a look at what I've got, some of the new stuff that I'm adding into it. And I do have actually just kind of a couple items that went out. So let's take a look. Alright, so let's take a look at what I've got in my toolbox, supply box. Sheet metal screws, wood screws, different sizes, different lengths. Got some of those cheapo wall anchors, which I would use for something other than a wall anchor. You never know, I've been able to modify them and do some crazy stuff with them to make things work to get by. But on that, I do have some pop toggles. Right here's a link to them. Those ones I recommend inside of a trailer. They work awesome. Got a pipe fitting, just a barb with a 1/2 inch thread on the other side, just in case I need something like that. A couple spare bulbs for the truck and trailer. Screens, hose washers with screens on it. Got a set of those. I lost one day, and well, now I made sure I got extras. Along with that, I got some Teflon tape just in case we find a leak. Electrical tape. Spare fuses. All the sizes that we need for the trailer. Along with, I have one in here just for my transfer switch. I put a fuse block in there, so I have to have a fuse for that. I got my winterization blowout fittings for the trailer. I just keep them with this. This is a home built one. I'll leave a link in the description below to one that you can get off of Amazon. I don't recommend this style that I have right here, but I keep it just in case I have a need for it or use for it. So not that big, and I always seem to be able to figure out something. Next, I've got some random little nails, cup hooks, and some just push pins. You never know. Baling wire, duct tape, and bubble gum, right? That's what gets us by. I've got some baling wire laying around just in case. I've got an all for alls with some faux leather. You never know, I might need to use it for a patch or something like that, but I also got the string on it. You never know, might have to do some leather repair or awning repair that I can't do with the awning repair tape. So keep that. I've got standard electrical wire nuts. Now, I do not recommend these being a permanent repair in a trailer in a vehicle application that goes down the road. But in an emergency situation, if this is all you got to use, get you by. This little electrical tape, get you home, get you your proper repair done. So that's why I carry them. Now, that's most of the supplies on the top. Let's take a look at what we've got as in tools. I've got a set of picks from Harbor Freight. These are those cheapo ones. I buy several at a time. I throw them in my different toolboxes. I love them. When they go bad, just toss them. If I lose them, go buy another set. They're that cheap. I've got a few jeweler's screwdrivers. A couple other screwdrivers. Some Allen wrenches. They came off of something that I put in the trailer. Can't tell you exactly what it is because I can't remember, but they're in here. If I have to repair it, here they are. An inexpensive utility knife. I'm not a big fan of these, but I do have a couple pairs of crescent wrenches and tire air gauge. Air compressor is actually in the truck. It stays in the truck at all times. So let me get this tray put back together, move it out of the way, and we'll take a look at what's in the bottom of the toolbox. time to open up the toolbox. Now, right here on this top, just a place to put it, got some spare wire, just in case I need to do a wire repair. This side, there's just a little tiny bungee cord that was floating around. I just set it right there just to get it out of the way. Nice little storage for it. I've got more of those in the basement for other things. Got a spare lock. This came as a kit of 5 from Latchet Locks that I just put on. There's a link to the install right there. Great product. I have a project coming up where I'm going to be using this 5th one, so I'm keeping it with my stuff. Don't want to lose it. So in this box, I've got the water shutoff for the Oxygenic shower head. Now I just changed it, put a different one in there, one that actually completely shuts the water off. But I'm keeping this one with my supplies in case there's a problem with that one. So there we go. Link to that project right there above. Underbelly repair tape. Now this has just gone into the kit. I just got done doing that repair. Another link right there to that job. Now this is specifically for that underbelly tarp material. In a pinch you can use it on the Coroplast, but we had some that the dealer put on our underbelly after they did a repair, and after a couple years it was starting to peel off. So instead of using this on it for the plastic cardboard underbelly, Gorilla Tape. Got me a roll of that Gorilla Tape. I tell you what, if you don't have it, get it and put it in your toolbox. Put it with your supplies so you don't leave home without it. Some great stuff. Just got a shop towel. That way I can wipe my hands off before I come back in the trailer or whatever. And here, awning repair tape, just in case there's a little tear, we can get it patched up before it gets too big. And especially on the roof, we got some Eternabond tape. That way, if we do find a issue on the roof, say we trying to park and we hit a branch and we put a hole in our membrane, we want to get that covered up right away, or something falls on it. Things happen. So we've got that. Along with that, got some Siliflex. For the roof, this is that self-leveling, just like Dicor. Our RV shop, local shop, recommends this over the Dicor, so we do use this, but I have used both products. Haven't had a problem with it. I keep some DAP latex silicone. I'd use that inside in some places that aren't really water problems, but it would be inside the trailer, not outside the trailer. And then I have ProFlex RV, and I use this on the outside of our trailer. This is recommended for going around our compartment doors, different things on the side of the trailer. That's what recommended. Also, I carry a roll of butyl tape. Now this was a pretty big roll. I've done a few projects with it. It's worthwhile having. This is your primary seal, and then your sealants are your secondary. So keep some of that. So we picked up a grommet tool for a project last year that we did. Picked this up over at Harbor Freight. It came with the tool and grommets, and that was, we put carpet on our RV steps. Right there's a link to that. But we can do tarps, we can do whatever. So keep that with it. Oh, of course, for the silicone and the Dicor and stuff, boy, tell you what, it can be kind of hard without that. So I keep a caulking gun. I've got just some regular gloves, work gloves, just in case. Here's a carabiner. I've used these for setting up my pulley to load our generator in the back of our truck. Right there's another one. Got a roofing hatchet. I've had this thing for eons. I just keep it in here. It's great for making a little bit of kindling wood. If I need, I can use it as a hammer. So that just stays in there. Last thing I got is a 1/2 inch extension with a socket on it to fit our lug nuts, along with a torque wrench. So I can check my lug nuts, make sure that they're properly torqued. So let me get this back together and I'll come back again. So these are just toolkits that I've got that I keep on the trailer. This one right here is a 116 piece set. It's got a set of sockets, some Allen wrenches, a hammer, tape measure, some cutters, needle nose, crescent wrench. We've also got the screwdriver with several different bits and some smaller screwdrivers. Almost every camp trip I go out, this comes out, and I leave it in the trailer here, so even during my projects during the wintertime, this thing's out and getting constantly used. I really do like it. So this one right here is a 27 piece ratchet set. It's got standard and metric in it. It comes with deep sockets, standard sockets, your ratchet, a small extension. You've got another screwdriver with several bits. And I do pull that out occasionally when I need a larger size sockets than what that kit comes with. And I also take my Ryobi drill with me. I can use the bits in my kits for different things. I also have a adapter that I made for my stabilizers in the basement, so I can run those up and down. There's actually a link down below where you can actually buy one pre-made if you want. But that's why I got the drill. The other thing I like to take with me, I like to take wire terminals. So if I have to do some repairs, I've got your spade connectors, I've got ring ends, connectors. I've even got a few what they call posi locks, which are awesome. Don't need crimper or anything like that for them. I got some fuses, just some miscellaneous different electrical items in here. So I do take that with me. I don't like them. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. Scotch locks. But kind of like I said with those plastic wall anchors, I've got them just in case I need them for something, just to get me by for 5 minutes until I can get it properly fixed. That's what's in there. Also, I'm going to be adding into the kit this year some ferrule ends for wires, and I've got these right here. There's a ton of them in this. I don't want to spill this and just go everywhere, so I'm going to just get some of each, put it into a bag. That way I have it if I need it when I'm out on the road. They're pretty cool. There's a link right there to a project I did using them. So what am I taking out of my kit this year? Well, how about 3 30 to 15 amp adapters. Had one, lost one. Lost 2, bought 1. Have all 3 now. But right there is a link to the video where I no longer need those. So they're gone. My favorite pair of wire strippers, crimpers, wire cutters, ones I've had since I was... Now these things are a piece of junk. The only reason they were there is because I happened to see them in a box that I had in the garage and said, well, I don't have any inside the trailer, so I put them in there. Well, they're gone. What am I going to replace those with? Well, our friends over at iWis, they sent us out some crimpers to go ahead and take a look at and test. I will be having a video on this one real shortly, but this one's going to be staying inside the trailer. We've got us a set of wire cutters and strippers. We've got us a ratcheting crimper with 5 interchangeable dies on it for different style terminals. Also, the screwdriver to change those dies out. Well, there it is. That's what I carry with me when I go camping. some of the new additions, some of the stuff I've gotten rid of. And again, like I say, this is ever changing. If I find something tomorrow that I want to have in here, I'll put it in there. If I find something I'm not being used, it's gone. So, hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please hit the like, share, and subscribe to the video. Until next one, happy camping.